You're sitting with a group of friends. Everyone's talking, laughing, just a normal conversation. Then a guy walks into the room, and suddenly, one girl changes. Not dramatically, not enough for everyone to notice, but if you're paying attention, you see it immediately. She laughs a little louder, she agrees a little faster, and somehow every conversation slowly bends in her direction. If another girl starts telling a story, she jumps in with one of her own. If someone makes a joke, she reacts like it's the funniest thing she's heard all week. Not aggressively, just strategically. People online call this a pick-me girl. But the interesting part isn't the behavior itself. It's the moment it starts. Because if you watch closely, the shift usually happens the second male attention enters the room. And that's not random. Attention is one of the strongest social rewards humans experience. When someone laughs at your joke, compliments you, or focuses on what you're saying, your brain releases a small burst of dopamine. Dopamine is the same chemical involved in motivation and reward. So the brain quickly learns something simple. That behavior worked. Do it again. Over time, people naturally repeat the behaviors that bring them attention. And sometimes those behaviors slowly turn into habits. A quick laugh, a fast agreement, a perfectly timed comment. Small things that subtly pull attention in their direction. But there's another layer to it. Psychologists talk about something called social comparison. Humans constantly compare themselves to the people around them. Who's more confident? Who's more attractive? Who gets the most attention? And in some environments, attention from men becomes a kind of silent scoreboard. Not something anyone openly admits, but something people still notice. Who gets approached first? Who gets complimented? Who people listen to? And when attention starts to feel like proof of your value, some people begin adjusting their behavior to secure more of it. Not consciously. It just becomes a strategy the brain learns over time. But here's where things get complicated. Other girls in the room usually notice the pattern before anyone says it out loud. The exaggerated laugh, the perfectly timed interruptions, the way the spotlight keeps drifting back to the same person. Nobody calls it out directly, but the dynamic changes. The room feels a little different, a little less relaxed, because when attention becomes something people compete for, conversations stop feeling natural. And the pick-me girl often doesn't even realize she's creating that tension. From her perspective, she's just being friendly, agreeable, easy to like, which, to be fair, can work. People who validate others quickly often receive positive reactions in return. But there's a hidden cost. The more someone relies on attention to feel valued, the more they need to keep performing for it. And eventually people sense that effort. Ironically, the girls who seem the most comfortable in social situations rarely play this game at all. They don't rush to agree. They don't adjust their personality depending on who's watching. They don't chase the spotlight. And strangely, that quiet confidence often attracts attention more naturally than trying to get it. So the next time you notice a pick-me girl in a room, look a little closer. Not just at the behavior, but at the pattern behind it. The quick laugh, the perfect timing, the subtle competition for attention. Once you start noticing it, you'll begin to see it everywhere, in classrooms, in friend groups, even online. Because at the center of it all isn't just personality, it's something much simpler. The very human desire to be noticed and chosen. If this felt a little personal, maybe you belong here. Subscribe and stay with us. I'd truly love to have you in this little pink corner of the internet.